Hello everyone, welcome to today's webinar on transforming healthcare with progressive web apps, the role of web worker and service worker. This is an event that is being organized by Mindbrowser, which is held in once in a month and mostly at the end of month, where team shares their new learnings on different topics from different tech stacks. The event are posted on LinkedIn, so you can stay tuned for any updates. We are excited to have you here. This webinar will cover what progressive web apps are, the role of service worker in progressive web apps, and what web workers are, and the benefits of using web worker. Uh, Before we dive in, let's start with some introduction. Hi everyone, I'm Praful Patil, a software engineer at MindBrowser. I have 2.5 years of experience in Angular and Spring Boot. I am thrilled to share my understanding with you today. Yeah, Shweta.
So I'm Shweta Swale, a senior software engineer at Mindbrowser, and I have with 5 years of experience in the IT industry, and I'm passionate about creating seamless user experiences with modern web technologies. Together, we will guide you through this session. So let's get started with our session promptly.
Let's dive into our agenda for today. We will start with an introduction to progressive web apps to understand the basics. Next, we will explore the benefits of progressive web apps in healthcare apps, highlighting how they can transform healthcare experience. After that, we will discuss the difference between progressive web apps and single page application, so you can see how they compare. Moving forward, we will delve into the role of service workers in progressive web apps and understand why they are essentials. Uh, we will talk about the advantages of service worker and how they enhance PWS. Then we will shift our focus to web workers, discussing their benefits, particularly in healthcare apps. So you will learn how to set up web workers in an Angular app with step-by-step guidance. We will then compare web worker and service worker to see their unique roles and functionalities. After covering the theory, we will have a demonstration to see everything in action. Finally, we will wrap up with the conclusion, summarizing the key points and takeaways. We are excited to share this journey with you, and we encourage you to ask questions and participate actively throughout the session. Let's get started. Let's start with introduction of progressive web apps. Let's kick things off by talking about progressive web apps. Imagine having an app that looks and functions like a native mobile apps, but is deployed through URLs on a web server. That exactly what PW do. They are more than just mobile responsive websites. You don't need to go through an app store to launch a PWA. User can simply download it directly from browsers and save it to their home screen. In essence, PWS combine modern web APIs with traditional progressive enhancement strategies to create a cross-platform web application. These apps works everywhere and offers features that makes them just as memorizing as native apps. Now let's dive into some of the key features of PWS that set them apart. I will now hand it over to Shweta.
The first up we have responsiveness. So PW adapts seamlessly to different device screens, be it desktop, tablets, or the smartphone. So this ensures a consistent and optimal user experience across the various devices and the screen sizes using flexible layout, images, and CSS media queries. Next up we have app-like interaction. So PWA provides smooth navigation, fast load time, and also engaging user interfaces, creating an experience similar to native app. A JSON file provides some metadata about the app, like we can say that the name, icons, and the start URL, and allow user to install the PWA on their home screen, giving it an app-like presence. Now, Praful will continue with the next part.
Third one, we have connectivity independence. PWS can function offline or in low connectivity environments, ensuring uninterrupted access to the app's core features and content. They cache resources such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and images, allowing the app to load and function without a network connection. This ensures usability even when offline or with poor connectivity, and prevents data loss by syncing offline data once the connection is re-established. Lastly, we have progressive enhancement. This development philosophy ensures a basic level of functionality is accessible to all users regardless of their browser of device capabilities, while providing an enhanced experience for those with more advanced features. It offers flexibility by allowing the app to take advantages of new web technologies without breaking completely with older browsers. Integrating these key features into PWS ensures a robust, user-friendly, and versatile application that can meet the diverse needs of user across various devices and environments. These features collectively contribute to the success and adoption of PWS, providing a compelling alternative to native apps. So to recap, PWAs are a web application that use modern web capabilities to provide an app-like experience to users. Unlike native apps, PWAs are deployed on web servers and accessed through URLs. We hope this give you a clear understanding of what PWAs are and their key features. Let's have Shweta continue with the next slide.
Now let's dive into the benefits of PWA in healthcare app, and we will explore these one by one. So first we have the offline access capability. So this feature is a fundamental for the healthcare apps, ensuring a seamless, reliable access to critical information and functionality even without an internet connection. So imagine a doctor needing a patient data in a remote area with no connectivity. So thanks to the PWN service worker, as a service worker, cache resources like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and images. This means that the essential information is always at the hand, whether offline or online. And it's especially beneficial for the health monitoring apps where wearable devices can store patient vitals offline by ensuring data is not lost during the connectivity lapses. So the doctor and nurses can access patient histories, lab result, and treatment plans without needing the constant connectivity.
Next one we have fast load times. In healthcare, timely access to information is crucial. Faster load times means that healthcare providers can quickly access patient records, lab results, and treatment guidelines. This directly impact patient outcomes and the efficiency of healthcare delivery by optimizing load times through techniques like service worker caching and asynchronous data loading.
Next up, we have enhanced user engagement. Is another significant benefit. So, engaging app leads to better patient outcomes, increase the adherence to the treatment plans, and also improved overall user satisfaction. So, features like push notification for the appointments reminder. Also, we can say that medication schedule and health tip foster regular interaction with the healthcare services. So this is not only improves the health management, but also encourages patient to take an active role in their well-being.
So next up is lower development cost. Lower development cost are a major advantage too. By adopting cost-effective development strategies, healthcare organization can allocate funds more efficiently, focusing on patient care and technological advancements. This is particularly beneficial for smaller organizations, clinics, and startups, allowing them to develop and deploy healthcare apps without breaking the bank. Uh, and efficient development practice shorten the development cycle, enabling faster development and reaching users more quickly.
Yeah, moving on to the improved user experience. So we can say that it is a paramount in healthcare apps. A well-designed UX ensures that the users, like both patient and healthcare providers, can easily navigate, interact with, and benefit from the app, and quick access to the patient data, leading them to the treatment plans and medical resource enhancements, the efficiency and quality of care. So we can say that mental health apps with the intuitive interfaces offers user supportive environment for accessing resources, tracking the moods, and participating in the therapy session as well. So the fitness and wellness app motivate user to set and achieve the fitness goal, track the progress, and maintain a healthy lifestyle.
Next one we have better security. It is an essential in healthcare apps due to the sensitive nature of the data they handle. Enhanced security measures like encrypting data at both ends of communication and robust authentication protect personal health information, medical records, and payment details from breaches and unauthorized access. This not only ensures compliance with regulatory standard but also maintains user trust. That's most important part.
Next up, we have device agnostic. So, device agnostic design means PWA works seamlessly across various devices like desktop, smartphone, tablets, and now even days we can say that the smart TVs as well. So, this flexibility enhances patient care and provide the efficiency by ensuring a consistent user experience across all the platform. So, PWAs are designed to adapt new devices and platform as they emerge for the future proofing the app against technological advancement.
Last one, we have responsive designs. It ensures that healthcare apps adapt seamlessly to different screen sizes and devices. This approach enhances usability and accessibility, critical in healthcare settings where users may access the app from various devices under different circumstances. A responsive app provides a seamless user experience, encouraging frequent and effective interactions. Patients can access their health information, appointment schedules, and telehealth services from any device, supporting better health management and adherence to treatment plans. In summary, these benefits make PWS a compelling choice for healthcare apps. They ensure a robust, user-friendly, and versatile application that meets the diverse needs of user across various devices and environments. Now over to Shweta for the next segment, that is difference between single page application and progressive web application.
So today we are diving into two powerful approaches for the web application, progressive web app and single page application. Let's start with the progressive web application. So PWA leverages the modern web technology to deliver an app-like experience directly through the web browsers. Bring features typically associated with a native mobile apps such as offline access, push notification, and seamless device integration. Now let's shift our focus to the single page application. So single page application loads as a single HTML page initially as a user interact with app instead of reloading the entire page. Single page application updates specific parts dynamically. Next up, Praful will present.
Let's compare these two approaches. Talking about performance, single page application excel in providing fast responsive interaction after the initial load, while progressive web apps is also fast. Take it further with offline capabilities, ensuring users can access critical data regardless of internet connectivity. Talking about user experience of both, a single page application offers seamless navigation, ideal for real-time updates, while PWS provide a native app-like feel with features like push notification and offline access, boosting user engagement and retention. To summarize, while single page application focus on real-time interaction and dynamic updates, PWA go beyond by integrating offline capabilities and delivering a more cohesive app experience. Choosing between single page application and progressive OS depends on your application specific needs, whether you prioritize speed and responsiveness or require advanced features like offline access and push notification. Now that we have explored these approaches, let's delve deeper into service worker in PWS. They play a crucial role in enabling offline functionality and enhancing overall user experience. Now Shweta will take over to discuss the next slide.
Yeah, now we'll talk about the taking app offline. So service worker play a pivotal role in enhancing reliability and performance of web application, particularly in scenario where maintaining functionality offline is a crucial. Let's talk about the first event-driven nature. So by responding to the events such as fetch request or notification from the application, service worker can dynamically manage network traffic and data caching. Now, checking for the running at origin. This means service worker are scoped to specific website domain and operate independently, allowing them to handle tasks like background synchronization and caching resources efficiently. Talking about the intermediary role. So position between the web app and internet, service worker intercept the network request. So they can modify the request handling process, ensuring that even if device loses the connectivity, the essential functionality and previous accessed content remains the accessible. So for the proxy capability, service worker effectively act as a proxy server for the web application, enabling them to manage the network request response with the cached data and provide seamless user experience regardless of their internet availability. So let's explore more about the service worker and their particular applications. So service worker enable background synchronization, allowing app to update data in the background even when the app is not open. So they facilitate also push notification, keeping a user informed about the updates and alerts. Also, they enhances performance by caching assets and reducing server load by contributing to the faster load times and smoother user interaction. Now, Praful will delve into the next slide.
Uh, Today we are exploring the capabilities of service worker, which is JavaScript files that operates independently of main browser thread. This service worker acts as the intermediaries between the web application, the browser, and the network, facilitating enhanced interaction and functionality within web apps. One of the standout features of service worker is their ability to deliver notifications to user even when the application is not actively open. This capability allows service worker to run in the background, monitoring events such as incoming notification or updates, and ensuring that users receive timely alerts regardless of their current interaction with the app. By bridging this functionality, service workers significantly enhance engagement and ensures that important updates or alerts are effectively communicated. Next up, Shweta will talk about role of service worker in PWA.
Now we are exploring the role of service worker in progressive web apps, which enhances app functionality and user experiences in various ways. Service worker act as a crucial intermediary between the app and the network by enabling the capabilities such as offline support, caching strategy, push notification, background synchronization, and enhanced security.
Let's start with offline support. Service worker ensures that even when users are offline, they can still access app content by serving cache response. This improves user experience by eliminating disruption due to poor connectivity. Offline capabilities are crucial in healthcare apps because they ensure that doctors and nurses can access patient records and treatment plans even when they are in areas with poor network coverage. This uninterrupted access can significantly improve patient care and treatment outcomes.
Now let discuss the caching strategy. So service worker manages caching to speed up load times and reduce the network request. This means the faster performance and smoother user interaction, especially in the low bandwidth situation. So caching can help healthcare apps to load essential information quickly, reducing the wait time of doctor and ensuring the critical patient data is available. This improves the efficiency and allow healthcare professional to focus more on patient care.
Moving on to push notification, service worker enable apps to send push notification, keeping user informed about updates or alerts, even when they are not actively using the app. This enhance engagement and encourage users to return to the app. Push notification could notify healthcare providers about urgent test results, appointment reminders, or updates to treatment plans. This timely information ensures that healthcare teams stay informed and can respond promptly to patient needs.
Now let's explore the background synchronization. So background synchronization allows apps to synchronize data when the user regains the connectivity. So service worker manages this task seamlessly, ensuring data is up to date without interrupting the user experience. So background synchronization also ensures that the healthcare apps can update patient record and synchronize data as soon as a stable network connection is available. So this reliability is crucial for maintaining accurate and timely information across the healthcare settings.
Lastly, security. Service worker contribute to app security by enforcing HTTPS connections, controlling network traffic, and implementing security policies to protect data from unauthorized access. Security is critical in healthcare apps to protect patient information from cyber threats and ensures compliance with data protection regulations. Service workers play a key role in securing data transmission and preventing unauthorized access, safeguarding sensitive healthcare data. By leveraging these capabilities, PWAs in healthcare can offer a robust, reliable, and secure user experience. Service worker ensures that healthcare professionals and patients can access critical information seamlessly, regardless of their network conditions or device status. Let's hear from Shweta about the advantages of service worker for healthcare with some examples.
Now let's discuss about the advantages of service worker for the healthcare app. Let's start with the offline access to the critical information. So service worker enable doctor to access patient record, medication information, and emergency protocol, even in the areas with poor and no internet connectivity.
Moving on to the enhanced performance and reliability, hospital staff can quickly load essential web application and resource without delays, ensuring smoother operation during emergencies.
Now let's discuss background synchronization for data consistency. So with service worker, patient data entered during a home visit by a healthcare worker can be synced automatically with the central server once device back to the online, ensuring up-to-date records.
Another significant advantage is push notification for timely updates. Service worker allows healthcare providers to send reminders to patients about upcoming appointments, medication schedules, or important health alerts directly to their devices.
Next up, we have improved security through the control caching. So it is also a key benefit. Service worker enables sensitive health data to be cached securely with strict controls on the data access and storage by ensuring a compliance with healthcare regulation like HIPAA.
Finally, efficient resource management. It is a crucial for healthcare apps. With service worker, hospital can optimize bandwidth usage by caching commonly used resource such as medical guidelines and forms, reducing the need for repeated downloads. Now let's shift our focus on understanding web worker.
So web worker are background thread in the JavaScript that execute code independently of the main thread. They are designed to offload tasks that can be time consuming or resource intensive, such as complex computation, data processing, and heavy rendering. In simple terms, web worker API is a feature of modern browser that enables running script in the background thread separate from the browser's main thread. So this keeps the main thread free to focus on updating your web apps UI, making your application smooth and responsive. So by utilizing web worker, you can enhance the performance of your web application, ensuring that heavy tasks do not interfere with the user experience. So this is particularly important in healthcare app where smooth and responsive interfaces are crucial for providing timely and accurate information to the healthcare provider and patient alike. Now I will let Praful to take it from here for the next topic.
Yes, now let's dive deeper into how web worker are applied in healthcare application. First, let's discuss handling large data sets. Web worker are designed to efficiently manage large data sets by performing operations in the background. This approach prevents the main thread from becoming unresponsive or struggles due to heavy data processing tasks. Large data sets can be divided into smaller chunks and processed in parallel by multiple web workers. This approach speed up data handling and ensures that the app remains responsive. Benefits of handling large data sets for healthcare apps. For the efficient data management, medical professionals can handle and analyze large volumes of patient data without experiencing slowdowns or interruptions. For the enhanced performance, uh, faster data processing improves the efficiency of healthcare workflows, from managing patient records to analyzing medical imaging data.
Moving on to the real-time data processing. So web worker facilitate this by handling tasks such as data synchronization, streaming update, and continuous monitoring in the background. So in terms of regarding benefits in the healthcare app, we can say that the first is timely insight and another one is a improved monitoring. So in timely insight, we can say that real-time processing of data enables the healthcare professional to receive up-to-date information, leading to quicker decision making and responses. And for the improved monitoring, we can say that, for example, continuous monitoring of patient health metrics provide timely alerts and insights, enhancing patient care and safety.
Next, let's talk about data encryption and security. Web workers contribute to the security for healthcare application by handling data encryption and decryption process in the background, ensuring that sensitive information remains secure. Web worker can handle the encryption and decryption of sensitive patient data, such as medical records or personal health information, ensuring that data is secure during transmission and storage.
So finally, web worker enhances user experience by maintaining app responsiveness and ensuring smooth performance even during resource intensive operation. For example, we have quite benefits like seamless interaction. So for example, we can say that user can interact with app without experiencing delays or interruption, enhancing overall satisfaction and the efficiency. And for the enhanced workflow, a healthcare professional can perform multiple tasks simultaneously, such as reviewing patient data while running complex analysis, leading to improved productivity and effectiveness.
By leveraging web worker, healthcare application can deliver a more efficient, secure, and user-friendly experience. Uh, Now let's move on to setting up web worker in an Angular application. Here are the steps to get started. First step is create a new Angular application. If you have not already, you can create a new Angular application using Angular CLI with the command ng new project name. Second step is generate a web worker. Use the Angular CLI generate command to create a new web worker file using the command in your project directory. So command is ng generate web hyphen worker name. These steps will set up the basic structure for using web worker in your Angular application, allowing you to upload heavy tasks to background threads and keep your main thread responsive. Let's dive into the concept of web worker and service worker and their roles in modern web development.
Yeah, the we can say that a web worker is a script that runs in the background, independent of the main browser thread. So this allows for concurrent processing without blocking the user interfaces. The primary purpose of web worker is to handle the tasks that require significant computation without interfering with user interfaces. So basically, these tasks include heavy calculation, data manipulation, and background tasks.
So for service worker is a script that runs in the background and acts as a network proxy. It intercepts network requests to enable features like offline functionality, push notification, and background synchronization. The primary purpose of service worker is to enhance web application with features such as offline capabilities, background sync, push notification, resource caching.
There are few use cases of web worker, like we can say that image for the image processing, large data processing, and also complex calculation, and any task that might block the main thread. So web worker communicate with the main thread via messages using the post message and on message.
So use cases for service worker, here are the common use cases for service worker. Caching assets for offline use, managing background data synchronization, handling push notification, improving load performance by caching and serving access from the cache. Service workers communicates with web pages using the post message API and via events.
In context of the healthcare application, both web worker and service worker can provide significant benefit. For the web worker, efficient data processing is there, real-time data processing is there, and it also provide benefit for the security. So for the efficient data processing, we can say that handling large data sets such as patient record or medical imaging data without causing the UI delay. And in terms for the real-time data processing, we can say that processing health metrics and updates in real time for quick decision making. And for security, performing encryption and decryption tasks in the background to secure sensitive patient data.
So for service worker offline access, ensuring that critical healthcare information such as patient record and treatment protocols is available even without an internet connections. Background synchronization. So automatically synchronizing patient data when the device reconnects to the internet. So talking about push notification, sending timely alerts and reminders to healthcare providers and patients. So now Shweta will walk us through the demo.
Now that we have theoretical understanding of web worker and service worker, now let's move on to the demonstration. We will walk you through setting up web worker in Angular application and show you how it can improve the performance. So let's start by creating an Angular project. We have already set up the Angular project using the command which we have mentioned already, engineer and our project name. So here we have used the Tailwind CSS for the designing, and we have also created the patient list component to display this list of patients. And we have also created the service using the Angular CLI, that is ng generate and service name. So right now we have patient data service file, and the service file is responsible for handling the HTTP request to communicate with the external API. And once the service is created, we need to make sure that the HTTP client module is imported in the app module to enable the HTTP functionality. And even in the generated service file, we need to inject the HTTP client in the constructor to perform the HTTP request. And now we need to use this service in our component by injecting it into the constructor over here and directly calling that service method, which we have in this method. So in the service file, we have written the API to get the patient data, and we have called it in the patient list component where we displayed our list. Now let's extend our demo to show you how we can improve the search functionality using a web worker. Now let's first see. We'll show you the demo, then we'll walk through the code how we can set up the web worker. So we have implemented the search functionality with and without web worker, so that we can compare how it can improve our performance, and how if we use the web worker, how it kept our main thread free, so that performance get improved. So we can search our data using any of the things like patient first name or last name, provider, ongoing treatment, medical history, and insurance expiry date. All the things you can see in our table. So for the demo now, let's randomly select any date. We'll search the record with this. So before to check the performance, we can go to the performance tab, and here we can record our performance. So I'll record the things to check how it improves the performance. So let's first check without web worker. Let me just start the recording. Yeah, if we click on the search, we can see the main thread has been blocked, and it gets free once we get our result. So here we get the time range which required to get the result. So the time required between 652 millisecond to 4.89 second, and total they have calculated like 4238 millisecond to get the result without the web worker. And here we get all the summary. When event has clicked, how much time it required, the time for the function call as well. Now let's search with the web worker. Let me just copy this date so that we can get how much time it required to get the same result. If we start again recording, search with the web worker, we can see that we got the result, and the main thread has also not blocked. And the time range required for this is 216 millisecond to 1.62 millisecond, and total time is required 1405 millisecond. And if we compare the time range for with and without web worker, so we can say that by at least minimum 16% the performance has been improved. So yeah, let's see the code how we can use the web worker. So first we need to generate the web worker in our Angular project with the CLI, which we have mentioned already, ng generate web worker and our worker name. So in our case, we have the filter. So let's create that. So once the command has been updated, we can see the filter worker.ts file is already created, and we have few lines of code added over here. The event listener and the post message method is already over here. And with this also, like ts config worker.json file is also got created with few data, and Angular JSON file got updated where it has registered our ts config worker.json file. So to let our application know that we are using the web worker. So in our application, we have already created the filter worker.ts file and added the logic for the search functionality in the worker file. So let's check one by one line. So here at line number 1, as we can see, we have something different. So you guys must be assuming what exactly is this. So this line is a TypeScript directive that tells compiler to include type definition for the web worker. And it also ensures that the TypeScript recognizes web worker specific functions and object. Next up, we have the add event listener. So these lines add event listener for the messages sent to the web worker, and when message is received, it extracts the array and text from the data object. And array is the data set to be filtered, and text is the search term. And here we have the function matches criteria. So this function checks an item matches the search term, and it returns to if any of this search term, if the field contain any of this search term, like first name, last name, provider, medical history, and all other things. Next up, we have created the constant filtered, where we here we have applied the filter to the array by applying the matches criteria function to the each item, and it creates a new array containing only item that matches the search term. And finally, with the post message, so filter array is sent back to the main thread using the post message, and this allows the main application to receive and use the filter result without blocking the user interfaces during the computation. So the with the as filter result is sent back to the main thread. In our case, the patient list component is our main thread. So here, this is the method where we have, register our filter worker. So in this line, we have created the instance and given the path of our filter.worker.ts file, so that record filter worker is our variable where this identifies we are using the filter worker. So with post message and on message, we can set up the communication with the web worker. So once data processing is completed, from the filter worker.ts file. So the web worker sends data result back to the main thread using this post message, and in main thread, this on message receives the updated response from this web worker.ts file. So for that, that's all for the service work. So that's all the demo for the web worker. This is how the web worker works. Now let's shift our focus to the service worker demonstration. So we have used the same example for the service worker to demonstrate you how the search functionality work offline. So we need the PWA support for the service worker to get work. So for that, we need to install the PWA using the command ng-add at the this command ng-add space angular / PWA. So once we enter the command, let's calculate. Right now I'm getting one version issue. So I have already created, the PWA, install the PWA support. So I'll just show you one by one where it get imported or which file get updated. So once the PWA gets success, the assets folder, in assets folder, this icon folder is get updated. I mean the created the icons, and it also updated the added the manifest.webmanifest.json file, and it also created one more main file, the ngswconfig.json file, and it also updated the app.module.ts file. Here we have the app.module.ts file. Here a service worker module get registered automatically once the command install gets successfully. So as I have said, it also created the ngswconfig.json file. So this file includes all the necessary configuration and caching for the offline data support. So all the things are there in the file when it gets generated, except the data group. So assets group is already there. So assets group is a set of static data, and a data group is a set of dynamic data. And we need to ensure that we have written the API in the URLs array to support our search functionality offline. And cache config section controls how Angular Service Worker manages caching for the specific data group. Uh, let's first we have the max age. So this specifies the maximum amount of time a cache response is considered fresh. So once the time has passed, the cache response is considered old, and the service worker may attempt to fetch the fresh version from the network. The value is a string and it represents the time duration. We can give it in the day if we need, like for the instead of h we'll use the d abbreviation. We also give it in the minute as well. Next up, we have the max size. So this define maximum number of entries or responses to be stored in a cache for this data group, for this particular data group. So once the number of entries are exceeded, the limit exceeds the limit, the service worker will evict the least recently used entries to make the room for the new one. Right now we have used the 10. That means the 10 most responses are kept in the cache, and when 11th response is added, the oldest cache response is removed and it's get updated with the new one. The next up we have the strategy. So this specifies the caching strategies to be used. Typically there are two: the performance and the one which we have used, the freshness. So performance strategy prioritizes the serving cache response to ensure a quick response and only falling back to the network when there is no cache response available. And the freshness strategy, this prioritizes the fetching the fresh data from the network, and the cache response is used only as a fallback if the network request fails or the timeout. So choosing the strategy between the freshness and the performance, that best suits our application needs. So as freshness prioritizes up to date data, while performance prioritizes the faster response time. And the next up we have the timeout. So this property relevant only when strategy is set to the freshness. If we set the strategies to the performance, the timeout is not allowed to give. So it specifies the maximum amount of time to wait for the network response before falling back to the cache. So this helps to ensure the application remains responsive even if the network is slow. So we have given the timeout 5 seconds, which means that if network response is not received within 5 seconds, service worker will serve the cache response instead. Yeah, that's all for the service worker. Let's check how service worker can work offline. So we have to, build the first, this our project. So for that, we have the command ng build - configuration production. Yeah, once build is get completed, we can see the dist folder is updated. The dist folder has our project folder and the browser. We have to go to that path and we have to hit the command http serve and portal the 8081. Yeah, it will redirect and give the link where our app is available. So yeah, our app is available over here now. So let's check if it's work offline or not. So for this, if we go to the network tab and turn off our network and try to search any record, it will work even if there is no network connection. Our API is not giving any response. And as I have said, it also gives an app-like experience. So it also asks us to download to install it on application. So once we install, it get installed, and if we go and check on the browsers, check on the desktop, it is downloaded over here and we can access from here. And if we want, we can search. Yeah, it's working offline. So this is an example aims to demonstrate how web worker and service worker can significantly enhance its performance when handling a larger data set. So here are a few real-time example of these technologies in the action. So let's check for the web worker first. So Google Maps, it uses the web worker to handle the complex calculation for rendering the maps and routes in the background without affecting the main thread and ensuring smooth interaction and the update. Photoshop Expresses also uses the web worker to apply filter and effect to the images in real time while keeping user interface responsive. And web-based data visualization tools like Chart.js or D3.js may uses the web worker to process large dataset and generate the chart. And for the service worker, Twitter uses the service worker to enable the offline functionality, cache important assets, and provide fast and reliable performance even on slow or unreliable network. Pinterest utilizes the service worker to cache images and data, allowing user to access content offline and for the receiving push notification also. And Starbucks, uh, they uses the service worker in their PWA to offer offline access to the menu, store locator, and order details, and to provide seamless user experience across the different network conditions.
That's conclusion. So web workers and service workers are key technologies that significant boost Angular applications performance and user experience. Web worker enable parallel processing of complex tasks, keeping the main thread responsive for seamless user interactions, which is crucial for data-heavy operations like report generation and image manipulation. Meanwhile, service worker transform apps into progressive web apps, providing offline functionality, push notification, and improved loading speeds through strategic caching. Together, they create a powerful synergy. Web worker handles CPU-intensive tasks, while service worker optimize network-related functions, resulting in highly efficient, engaging, and reliable Angular application that excels even under challenging conditions. Yeah, so I want to introduce you to a tool called Grip. It's an our own product we have developed to ensure highest standards of code quality across all projects. Code Grip is a powerful tool analysis tool that automates codes review at every commit and pull request, helping us catch issues early, whether it's code duplication, potential bugs, or other errors. What's really great about Code Grip is how it streamlines our development process. It manages all core review tasks in one place, allowing us to focus on what really matters. We can even customize the rules set to match our specific coding standards, ensuring that our review are both true and relevant. Security is also a major part priority for us. CodeGrip is designed to perform this review without storing any of your code, so we can maintain the security and integrity of projects. Yeah. So these are the exciting roles we are currently hiring for at Mind Browser. You can directly apply through on job portal or leverage your network by asking colleagues or friends for a referral. We encourage you to explore this opportunity and join our team. So first position is technical project manager. Second one is healthcare business analyst. Third one partner marketing lead. Fourth event and webinar specialist. Fifth one is HR operation, and last one is one developer individuals with disabilities.
Yeah. I would like to thank everyone for the joining the session, and I hope you would find it helpful. And don't hesitate to reach out to us on the given email addresses if you have any questions.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
guys.
Thank you guys for joining.